With the Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest anime dropping in literally 7 days, I figured there's been no better time to make a video talking about 5 moments I'm excited to finally see animated through the actual show. I'll give everyone the fair warning that this will most likely contain spoilers, so if you want to go into the 100-Year Quest anime without spoilers, feel free to click off this video. Now, these are in no particular order at all. I was just scrolling through and seeing which ones I could sort of pick out from, because the list of things I'm excited to see in this is massive.
That's what she said.
Now, just before I go ahead and get into it, if you guys are going to enjoy the video, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Starting off with number 1 is Ignia's entrance. The way you first see Ignia, literally as the dragon, literally looking exactly like Igneel, makes you just like really think for a second, like, wait a minute. Everything that happened with Resurrection and everything did happen for Igneel as well. Then in order to help Natsu beat Mercphobia, giving him the opportunity to eat his own flames, just to give him a giga power boost to completely take down Mercphobia's dragon form, was unbelievably wicked. And then eventually having Ignia turn into the unbelievable looking badass side that he is, with his badass tattoos and just his hair, which is wicked. Having that moment animated and having the music all happening in the background with the animation in itself is going to be fucking sick. Number 2 is Jalal's past. Now, this one will be probably an episode all by itself, with Jalal being like way up there with one of my favorite characters in the series. Having this as a moment was just awesome. Super emotional, super just badass. Starting off with Seagrain mourning with his mother after losing his father, to then eventually losing his mother to child snatchers, which end up taking him to where we eventually meet Seagrain in a lot of the other Urza flashbacks when we see her in the jail cell. But because he wasn't able to save his mother, he had to drop the name Seagrain and then dubbed himself the name Jalal, which when I was reading this, I was like, wow. Like, this chapter was wild. But with how this chapter does end, it was so much fun. Then in Jalal's present fight with God Serena, having him take up Urza's offer from a few chapters before to eventually join Fairy Tail himself, when I tell you, it was just fucking hot. Like, get Jalal's theme, get just a wicked battle theme happening through all this moment. Then having him upgrade his Grand Chariot move to a 9-star Orion, I was bouncing on my chair, so hyped. Then to eventually finish off this new God Serena the exact way Acnologia does in the previous Fairy Tail series is just... Number 3 will be Natsu versus Alderon, the God Seed, which realistically, not even just the God Seed fight itself, more the whole Alderon arc. Because that whole arc in itself with the Wood Dragon is insanely good. From finding out what the Wood Dragon is to have actual cities, to there being just different versions of him, but it's so much fun. But between Natsu and the God Seed himself, the actual main big guy, I thought the fight between them was just really cool, and I'm imagining the animation between it and effects of everything are just going to be sick. And with classic Natsu always seeing the good in people, completely flipping it on its head and saying, "I'm relieved you turned out to be such a jerk," considering Mercphobia and Selene-ish ended up turning out to be okay. But this guy is just a straight asshole. So Natsu gets to go all out and just completely ruin him. Then we're seeing a new Dragon Slayer secret technique from Natsu, Purgatory slashing Dragonfire. Dude, you just know as soon as that moment happens and this music plays, I tell you what, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Guarantee it. For number 4, I'm gonna go with the fight between Loxus and Urza, which reminded me a little bit of stuff that Loxus can do, because I completely forgot Loxus had a Red Lightning Dragon mode. Like, that caught me off guard, and it's going to look sick. All the choreography and everything between just any Urza fight basically, and just the absolute power behind Loxus's hits, it's going to make this whole fight scene just so fucking badass to watch. It's gonna be so much fun. And it's always the good part about Fairy Tail as well, because it likes to teeter the line between comedy and just badassery. With Kiria just laying on the ground, noticing that they're both Fairy Tail members, and it's just like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna stay down here. Then this was super badass, learning a trick from Wendy to enchant both blades of a fire dragon in the ice, which is just so cool to see. Like, that's going to be just, oh, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but it's going to look fucking awesome, dude. Last but not least, isn't exactly a moment, but more an arc. And when it's revealed that there's a 6th dragon god and it gets into the labyrinth arc, wow. I won't talk too much about this one because there is so many things throughout. Like, it's crazy cool. Between, I can't remember this chick's name, but turning everyone into plush dolls is pretty funny, to meeting Suzaku, who turns out to be a sick character, like a really, really cool character. And while the screenshot I've got on screen now seems like a little bit of a jokey moment, trust me, he has a really cool fight scene. And that'll be all I'll say about that, because that fight scene animated, and I'm curious to see who they're going to cast as Suzaku's voice actor, because he's a really cool character. He's badass. And also in like the whole same arc, we're getting Ignia and Selene both in dragon form going at each other. It's going to be, oh man, I tell you what. And then eventually, by the end of the arc, meeting Dogramag as the 6th Earth Dragon. Man, it's going to be an absolute incredibly fun time through that entire arc. The way this arc ends reminds me of a really old moment in the original show, but where everyone has to destroy their own certain orbs to make things weaker. That's all I'll say on that. But that is just, oh man, it's gonna be so much fun. Take my word for it, trust me, it's going to be fucking awesome. And with that being said, those are 5 moments I'm unbelievably excited to eventually see animated. Some of them will come a lot sooner than others, and others will come way later than others, but it's going to be all around awesome when they eventually do come. So if you guys went on to enjoy hearing me talk about 5 moments I'm excited to see in the animated of 100 Year Quest, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below what moments you're excited to see throughout the anime, because I'm really curious, since I forgot a few of these moments happened until I went back looking for them. And see you guys soon for 100 Year Quest reactions.